What's up guys, I'm back once again to show you some of the hot mods of the week, and in this week's episode we have two brand new weapon mods, as well as a brand new player home mod. But to kick things off, we have Texture Overhaul First Aid Kits, and what this mod is going to do is retexture all first aid kits, pharmaceutical boxes and chem boxes to something a bit more personal. And what I mean by this is all of the screenshots that you're seeing are just for the chem box. Now technically the number of retextures is doubled because you can have this retexture as clean or vandalized, whichever you feel is more appropriate for your Fallout 4. But anyway, like I said, all of these retextures are just for the chem box, so let's take a look at the first aid retexture as well. Now unfortunately, the first aid kit retexture doesn't have as many retextures as the chem box. The chem box has 16 and the first aid kit has a total of 8. But don't think of this as me complaining. I mean, 8 retextures in one mod, that is absolutely nothing to complain about. And it's the same story with the pharmaceutical boxes. 8 fantastic retextures, many of which looking very similar to the first aid boxes, which is a detail that I like. It makes it look like all the boxes are made by the same manufacturer. But anyway, I think that pretty much covers it for this mod. On to the next one. And of course, this week's weapon mod is the H.A.R.M laser pistol. And you can acquire this weapon by heading to the Wicked Shipping Fleet lockup and look for this brand new container, on which you will find a note giving you some lore behind the weapon. And inside the crate, you will find the H.A.R.M laser pistol. After this, you will be able to craft it at a chem station under the utility section with Science 4 and a small amount of crafting materials. And in terms of upgrades, you have the choice of 4 capacitors, 4 barrels, 3 grips, 7 sights, and finally 8 collimators. Now if you didn't already know, the H.A.R.M laser pistol technically has infinite ammo, and what I mean by technically is it regenerates ammo after you fire it, but you can only regenerate up to 1 magazine's worth of ammo. Now this might seem quite convenient, not having to scavenge for ammo, and yes it can be, but if you run through an entire magazine's worth of ammo, then you need to wait until you regenerate a decent amount of ammo before you can attack your enemies, and this can make for some very interesting gameplay. Yes, you want to be aggressive to kill all your enemies, but you don't want to be so aggressive that you burn through all of your ammo, so you always want to think before engaging any enemies. Now as you can imagine, the Commonwealth is a pretty dangerous place, so finding somewhere to get a proper night's sleep is probably quite difficult. Granted, you could just slap a mattress down in the middle of a settlement and sleep there, but there's nothing quite as secure as 4 walls and a roof. So we're going to download the mod Boylston Club Apartment, and you can access this brand new player home through the red door just next to Swan's Pond, and taking the elevator up we can access the apartment itself, and it's going to have everything that you need in a modern player home, including an armor workbench, a weapons workbench, a chem station, and a power armor station. Now these are 4 standards that should come with every player home, and are probably the first 4 things that you put down when you start a brand new save. So what's new with this apartment? What's the selling point? Well, for one, it has plenty of storage, perfect for stashing away all of the legendary weapons and armors that you will undoubtedly find, and this includes space for your bobbleheads and magazines, a melon and carrot farm, and a machine gun that you can enter. But my absolute favourite thing about this apartment is just how cozy it is. A lot of player home mods are unnecessarily large, whereas this one manages to fit everything you need into one room. Now don't get me wrong, I can appreciate the big and eccentric player homes that some mod makers have made, but sometimes I don't feel like going for a small jog in between the rooms. And of course, the second weapon mod for this week's episode is the Winchester model 1897 shotgun, and you can acquire this weapon via console. Simply type help space Winchester. Here you will find the weapon's ID code, and simply type player.additem space and the weapon ID. And in terms of upgrades, you have the choice of 4 receivers, 1 barrel, 1 stock, 4 sights, 4 muzzles including none, 2 textures, 2 firing modes, and finally 4 types of ammunition. Now as for the weapon itself, this is one heck of a fun gun to use. Yes, it might not have the most customization ever seen on a weapon mod, but quality over quantity. So if you're looking for a brand new shotgun mod to blow the enemies of the Commonwealth out of the water, then this one is definitely worth a download. And with that, that's going to wrap it up for this mod, and the video for that matter. I hope you all enjoyed the mods here today, and if you did, don't forget to hit that subscribe button, and I hope to see you all in the next video.